so I am at the heat press. I'm going to go ahead and set my heat press. And I'm going to do it for like I want to say about maybe 350. And I'm going to do it for like anywhere from 35 to 40. Let's do 40. Okay. Okay, so while we are waiting for that to heat up, I'm going to go ahead and remove any tags, stickers, or anything that might be attached to my hoodie. I'm going to also be using a lint roller. I'm got over here my picking tool just in case I need that. And also a Teflon sheet, that is if you would prefer to put that over top of your design. I'm going to sit that over here to the side. Now, being that this hoodie is oversized and I don't have a pull-out drawer to my heat press, I will be taking and putting mine sideways. You want to make sure you go in here and completely pull out the piece that is the backing to the tag that was in here. I could thread this on so it'd be backwards. I could take and go this way with it, but being that this is oversized, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually turn it sideways so that I can pay attention to the design and how I'm going to put this on this hoodie a little bit more. So I'm going to basically take and make sure that I am lining this up how I need to line it up. I'm going to take and move off as much as I can. So I'm going to take this and move this over here out the way. And basically, I am just going and looking for the center of my hoodie. We are going to also take out the moisture of this hoodie to make sure, because anytime that you get an item from a store, you had it in a plastic bag or anything like that, you want to make sure you take the moisture out of it. So basically, I'm just trying to find my center. I do have my tag right here to help me out with that. And I'm just moving it down as much as I can on my heat press. Moving it over out of the way. Just trying to straighten everything up so that I know I will be going down the center of my hoodie. You can use, like I said, tattletale, which is your actual right here, your tag, or you can actually take and put like a piece of tape or anything right there that will help you. So whatever you need to do that will help you in guiding and making sure that you have your design where you would want it to go at, that is how you need to do it. It is your preference on what you need to do. So basically, I'm just looking at my seams, making sure I'm pretty much guided how I want to guide it. And then we're going to go down for a few. And I got to make sure I check the pressure of my heat press, because by this being oversized, I don't need it to be where it is too much for me to put down. So I'm just rechecking my pressure, making sure it's not. Okay, that is good. We're going to go down for a few seconds, and then I'm going to move on to the next step. And doing a rhinestone design that has many pieces to the template, you want to go ahead and do your outline pieces. I mean, this is my opinion. It makes it better and easier for you to be able to put your inside pieces together, because you want to do this as if it is a puzzle, and it makes it easier for you. So I still had this piece lined up on my actual template. I am just simply going along, making sure I do not take and mess up any of the rhinestones. And I'm just taking my time and pulling this off. And once I pull this off, then we can put it on. Okay, now I'm going to move this out of the way. Now we want to line this up, like I said, in the middle. This is my tail piece right here in the middle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and do like this. And this is a fairly big design, that I do know. But I want it kind of centered in the middle somewhat. And I might have to come in with my scissors and actually take and cut my actual carrier sheet off some. But I want this kind of centered in the middle. So I'm going to go like that because that is how I want it. You also want to go anywhere from 3 to 4 fingers from the top. And I'm thinking I am okay with this. So I'm going to go like this. I'm going to go ahead and put this down on here, and I'm going to commit to it by pressing it down like that. And then we will do the heel, which is the heel part that will come in next before I do the inside piece. Like I say, I'm supposed to use a lint roller. You can use a lint roller if you prefer, whichever one you would like to do. I'm just basically looking at how this will go. I think I'm okay with this because it looks like it might be a little off-centered, but in all actuality, this is my centerpiece, and this is how I want this to go. So it just depends on how you want it to line up and how you want it to go. There are other moving pieces to this as well, so everything will line up pretty much how I want it to go. I'm going to go down for 40, and then we will be back. Okay, I went down for 40 at, I want to say 345, 350. And this is what our design is coming out. Another thing, you want to keep your KT mask paper or vinyl because you can reuse this. I'm going to go ahead and put this all to the side because we will reuse that. Okay, now the inside piece and my actual bottom piece are connected. So what I'm going to do at this time is I'm going to bring that in. And being that I have to line these up separately, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here with this already still connected to my backing. I'm going to pull this up a little bit, and I'm going to go in here and I'm going to actually cut my top part of my boot away from the bottom heel piece of the boot. We're going to go around just like this. And I want to keep this backing on because before I actually commit to putting this bottom piece on, I want to make sure it's lined up the way I want it to be lined up. So we're going to move the top part of the boot out the way. And I'm going to go in here like this. And I think this is pretty much how I want it to go. I want it to be pretty much lined up like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off. And I see 1 or 2 of my rhinestones that I'm going to have to, put back in place. But that's fine. That's why you have a picking tool or some type of tweezers so that you will be able to put back in anything that has came out of place. Okay, so we're going to move this out of the way. I don't need that anymore. I'm going to simply grab this piece right here. And I know I want it to go pretty much like this. I'm going to bring it up some. And I want it to go just like that. And I think that's pretty much how I want that to go. It is exactly how I want it because I wanted it to be more lined up in the back than in the front. We're going to take and move that in. And I don't want it to be too close. I want it to have some type of dividing point. So I think I'm okay with that right there. Like I said, you can put a Teflon sheet down because when you do pull this up, the rhinestones will be hot, baby. So you definitely want to make sure you watch your hands. We're going to go down for 40 and then we shall return. Okay, so our inside piece is finished. We're going to go ahead and pull this off. Make sure all of my rhinestones are connected and adhered to the garment. I have one that is off. You just simply go in here with a picking tool, weeding tool, whichever one you would like to do, and take him and place him back where he goes. Okay, so I gotta flip him over. He's gonna be a little extra. I'm taking flip him over. Might have to get my picking tool. I do. We're gonna take the picker and I'm just gonna pick him up. Pretty much see where he goes at. If I can get him up. Might have to get my other picking tool. Okay, everybody wanna be difficult. Come on here, little rhinestone. Flip him over. Because you want to make sure you got the glue side down. And we're going to pick him up like that. He want to be extra. He's saying, no, 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 don't put me on there. Put somebody else on. But you're going to get on here, honey. Okay, I'm going to look around. And he goes right here. We're going to put him in. Okay, and I think everybody else is pretty much up here. Okay, we're going to do the Teflon sheet again, and then we're going to be done with this. Then we're going to move on, and I'm going to show you where I'm going to place all of my wonderful words that I have going along with this.